Egypt, one of the largest recipients of U.S. foreign aid, more than $1.5 billion last year alone. How will the current crisis affect this year's aid package? Well, our senior Washington correspondent Peter Cook is on Capitol Hill with Senator Patrick Leahy for some answers. Peter?
That's right, joined by Senator Leahy, who controls the subcommittee, the panel that oversees foreign assistance, including aid to Egypt. Senator Leahy, thank you very much for the time. I appreciate it. Let me ask you, first of all, just your take on what you've seen play out today in Egypt and your concerns about what's happening.
Well, I'm very concerned with what I've been seeing. When you see something that has been basically a peaceful demonstration turn into the kind of chaos we see in Molotov cocktails, clubbings and all, from what appear to be government-sponsored thugs. We're waiting to get a better idea of that. This is rolling out not only there, but in TV screens all over the world. And I think what it says very clearly, President Mubarak has to leave. There has to be an effort to put the country back together. There has to be an effort to lower the violence, and very, very quickly.
Or else, what happens, for example, to the foreign aid that Egypt receives right now from the United States?
If he doesn't leave, there will not be foreign aid. I mean, it's as simple as that. But that's not the only consideration he has. I think that President Mubarak has had a great deal of concern about his own country. Over the years, he should realize it's in the interest of Egypt to leave. He's had 30 years as leader. There's huge unemployment. There's a difficulty in getting food to the people. In a very, very beautiful and wonderful country, he should leave and allow, before the violence gets even more out of hand, allow a transitional government to try to put the pieces back together. The United States will work with them and it will help them, but we're not going to help the current regime.
And to be clear, when you say leave, you mean leave right away, not in September when those elections take place.
September is unrealistic, totally unrealistic. He may have had that option a few years ago, 3, 4, 5 years ago. He does not have that option now. I do not think that's going to work at all.
Have you had any conversations with the administration, with your colleagues here in the Senate, about the prospect of using aid as a lever of sorts, as a pressure point to convince Mr. Mubarak to go?
Well, aid is only one level that we have. I know Secretary Clinton, the president, others have been very forceful in what they've said. I have talked to the administration quite a bit about this. They know that the aid will stop, but I think right now nobody in the demonstrators are thinking of aid one way or the other. The leaders might. What I'd like to do, instead of saying, hey, we're going to cut it all off, and obviously it will not go to this to the Mubarak administration. What I'd like to be able to say is we're in a position to help a transitional government that has democratic values, believes in democracy, but also believes in helping its own people.
One final question for you in terms of the logistics here. If you were to try and do this, a lot of that aid is out the door, is it not?
A lot of the aid is gone, but a lot of it is in the pipeline, and that's a pipeline that can easily be turned off.
All right, Senator Leahy, we want to thank you very much for joining us here. Senator Patrick Leahy, the Democrat of Vermont. Pimm, of course, watching the situation in Egypt very, very closely.
Thank you very much. Peter Cook reporting from Capitol Hill.